Well, it is all over in Gqeberha, Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, Bafana 3, Zambia 1. We saw beautiful goal from Apolisi, but Kalamasairin Balega, Yaya, and Mohaun Kota. Hey, but at the end, a little bit of a spoiler there when Zambia came in and managed to score. One would have wanted a clean sheet for Sithole since he has been put in after a while, because we saw him we saw Williams being substituted. I was quite worried there because it's a friendly game and it's the last game before AFCON, and then again coach puts in Williams. I'm like, why? But second half, China came in and he managed to hold it until the last moment when Zambia managed to score. But this is my views, my expressions. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please share and tell others ukuthi we are here. And sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. Lamagama usiboniso sizo wakomnikazi Sibonge and I'm not alone. I've got Sipho Sasakwazi.
Sanibonani bafethu. Good evening, Dumelang, Nda, Avsheni, sanibonani, South Africa.
The Madegwane. Hey, beautiful game to Bafana against Zambia. The last preparation before we AFCON. How did you make of the game? How do you think moving forward?
Yeah, I think we are on the right track, because what is more important is to build a team cohesion at this stage of the preparations, because as a coach, you want to try and make sure that the team is as united as possible. And I think he's trying his best to ensure we build some more combination in and around the field. You see the combination at the back with Bodlela, the combination that is playing at Pirates. And then you see he's trying to also give Usamgelo on the left a chance to be a good backup for Ulo Umdiba, and he hasn't disappointed since he came on. And then on the right hand side, you see Matuludi there being tried to become a backup for Ulo Umdau, who is a seasoned right back for our country. And then in the middle of the park, you see Kulumani there coming in as a left centre back for Ulo TLP. And so, as well as in the middle of the park, you have players like Abo Opas who didn't play today. You have players like Ujobe, you have Utalent Mbata, and we have Umkwen. And then all those guys are trying to be recycled as much as possible to ensure whenever we get ama injuries or izimos pork, kungabonakala ukuthi umuntu is coming in as a sub and akanama minutes at a national level. So I really like to commend coach Hugo Bruce for this role that he's trying to play at him in. But my one concern, I'm not sure what is is the role le abazama ukubedlala sombule manje. It seems like he's the only player that's in the current team that is going to be able to play that position. I'm not sure if we're gonna have any backup there if Lambe doesn't have a good game or maybe he gets an injury. But I heard the coach talking about Tembazwan immediately when he comes from injury. I'm not sure because this was our last friendly game before the AFCON. But we hope he's going to try and find his way around there, because his end that are not so popular with our fans, and I don't think anyone should be questioning his team selection at the moment. So as well as going forward there, we have a player like Ulail Foster, and then we have Mahopa, we have Ikram Reines, who was not called up. I'm not sure if he's still going to call him up. But Lyle Foster still needs a competition, or maybe you can say a backup for that matter, because sometimes he looks so uninterested to Wamayama game, and you then ask yourself, how are we going to have a player who's Barama game, who's the game, who's serious, and so also on the wings we have players like Aboma, Umrayemi, and then we have a player like Mohaun Kota who came in and changed the game. And then Apolis, immediately when he came from me, he have time coach realized, let me put Mohaun Kota, because Apolis is very nice. This is a friendly match after all, and he has already scored, so why not give another player an opportunity? So yeah, it's coming right, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
As far as the position that you're talking about, Umshishi, if he could come back during this time, this short moment, the CAF Champions League, and maybe some couple of games for the league, I definitely think he will be at the Bafana. We've seen CBC not playing any game at all, but he got called to Bafana and he performed really well.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes there. We are also have a player like Abam Tutuzu Shabalala. Although he hasn't proved himself as a consistent performer, but now I think he still needs an opportunity to go to Adlale Lapana. And then we have a big topic of Temikos Loche, South African born and bred, has all the rights to play for the national team, but for some reason he's being overlooked. So there's a lot of talking points on the Bafana selection, but we cannot question who could prove his end his place.
You just said that. Prior saying what you say now, Uti, a selection here, Hugo Bros, you're helping her because it's giving us a result. So if he doesn't believe that Temi Kosiloch will have any impact as far as his game is concerned, so what's the issue there?
No, I was talking because bengishi point yami and then sengikhuluma for ivoice yabanye abantu, because the fact ukuthi ngithi mina uHugo Bruce anga question doesn't mean everyone is saying the same. Ulochi has the experience both with domestic league, and he has a big experience with AFCON. We remember in 2019 where we played, and then we had a big game against Egypt where he was a decider there. Yeah. And then although he's been having ups and downs with career, but now he's back. We with that, and they are going to a Confed Cup, and he's doing well domestically there in Morocco. So I think people do have a right to say to have an opinion on the selection of a player like Temi Kosiloch.
Yeah, and Morocco is his playground.
Yeah, it's his home ground. Yeah.
Well,
imagine uzobuka Morocco.
Yes, that's why I'm mentioning the fact that Morocco is his playground.
So imagine uzobuka from a wind in Lase Hotel. I'm not sure if he's going to go with grounded. But isn't it like Poland? There's
I saw him sometime a week ago posting bathi ngithimbendala ithes mina aphala kanjalo on Instagram.
It was a baller face, and my player they are going through a lot. I can only imagine ukuthi uzozenjani. Yeah, but when he's being overlooked like this, and yeah, it's crazy. We once had a situation Katsembazane in more for like more situation like this, and Coach Rulani had the nervous that he gave to Mshishi to say, if you're in this position, there's no need to go around complaining. Just be as good as possible to ensure it's impossible for you to be ignored. And that's what Tembazane did. And today, I think he's the first player that comes into the coach's mind, Mahabe's own selection in the national team. So, as much as he's Sadlala, akaqhubeka adlale bezo obona ngelanga sekuthiwa kabuye kwi-national team mawuso kabuye.
Maybe after World Cup, phela ngizivela ucoach wethu uyaresign kwi-World Cup.
Even before World Cup, Hugo Bruce has shown ukuthi he can still change his mind. Sure. So obona ngelanga lakhe mawulo uyelibuya ilanga lakhe.
Well, that's just about it, man. It wasn't much. There isn't much to talk about, but it's just that. And looking at the performance of Sithole today, irrespective of the goal that came in, a goal can always come. Do you think he will get some game time as far as AFCON is concerned?
Yeah, it's a critical position in the goalkeeping department. The only time that changes can happen in the goalkeeping department is only if we are poor. I don't think it can be tactical. Coach Williams Williams but it was good for him to minutes we friendly game. We hope he's going to be a good backup if anything happens to Williams in the critical stages of AFCON and going to the World Cup.
Anything that I'm leaving behind that you want to let it off your chest?
Nothing much.
Yeah, covered. Are you sure?
So when I'm a group stage is a Confed Cup and the Champions League.
No, we're not there yet.
That's why
we're not in the Champions League yet. Anything can still happen on the Champions League. Sundowns could possibly not play Mokoko or Limpopo.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Mama sekufike those cards.
Well, that's just about it. Bafana 3, Zambia 1. I would have loved maybe a little bit difficult opponent than Zambia.
Yeah.
Like watching yesterday Angola playing Argentina, that was mouth-watering.
I think everyone would have loved to Sithole with a bigger opponent. But as much as we're happy and we are happy with the progress Bafana is making, but we should be wary of the association that is associated with Bafana. I would say, intending as is understand, you question a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. Amanye azafike phambili yabo. Isafa is just a house in shambles. So if kwenzeka into engayi-understand, just uvala umlomo wakho uqhubeke, because that has been the story of our lives. Yabo. Even themselves, they are surprised with the success of Bafana and other national teams. They are not ready for this success of Bafana, and I can put it that they are not responsible for it. It's not because of their hands. Bafana is doing well and all of that, and they are surprised. That's why you get a situation where a country like South Africa is being deducted point kuma tournament serious like World Cup qualifiers. So it just goes to show, it's just a tip of the ice. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, and if you buze ukuthi why ungasinike ama-opponent serious kuma preparations, they will tell you about cutting costs, but there's been plenty of court cases abantu beyidlela imali nje for no good accountability or reasoning behind ukuthi why kwenzeka lokho. So jabulele sikutholayo mfethu, we'll just celebrate what you get and just move on. This is the story of Isafa and the life that they've given us as football people alive.
Well, that's his views, but what I know is that this is my views, my expressions, and if this is your first time here, please do subscribe, share, and tell others ukuthi we are here and sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. Bafana idla abantu. Moving forward to next month, AFCON. Into yokwenzeka lapho. Maybe Bafana izobuya nayo lento. Kaizer Chiefs, I still want to see some players being called by Coach Hugo Bros from EcoC. Please pull up the socks, Machita, and make sure that you get the space there. From me, we are out of here.
That's ball of it.